T- Hello, how you guys doing? Hope you're doing well out there. Well, I have some interesting video I gotta show you. I want to show you. It's really it's a certain demographic of women that's going to. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's going to be revealing to itself and how it's going to come out of their mouths, their actions, and it's going to be shocking for what I'm about to play this video. It's just the world is just going crazy. People are just really showing their true colors, and it's not looking for this certain demographic of women. And it's going to be single because it's the very words that come out their mouth. This is what I'm talking about. Shot the more to life.
So he said, that's my job. I said, I thought that was for both parties to do.
What you think about paying for the sex you gave? Because now you know the deal at the other restaurants like $120.
A lot of women have turned some good guys into men that just don't care anymore. At a point, we actually have to start taking accountability as women and saying, you know what, we are part of the problem.
Like your attitude is like the number one thing that will push a good man away.
The women who are mean to men in relationships are treated the best. I don't like nobody telling me what to do, when I can do it, and when I can do it. I don't like that. I was talking to this man for about 2 weeks, and he wasn't really talking about nothing, not trying to plan no date, just texting what you doing, good morning, stuff like that. So eventually, I stopped talking to him. So a few days later, he texted me. He was like, "Damn, it's like that. What did I do?" So I texted back. I'm like, "You're not really talking about nothing. You haven't even tried to plan a date or anything." So he said, "That's my job." I said, "Huh?" He gonna say, "I thought that was for both parties to do."
But you see, it keeps getting in.
Parties to do.
Drizzle, drizzle.
I said, "You're looking for a man, and so am I. So this is not gonna work." What is happening in this generation? Mind you, first date. I'm not talking about we've been talking for a while and no, 2 weeks. You haven't talked about nothing other than what you're doing in good morning. I'm not gonna keep texting you. What are we talking about right now? Like, I thought that was for both parties. No, you're confused, sweetheart. You're looking for a man.
Wow. She went for the shame, me treatment. No hesitation. Right? Now, I understand. And I'll tell the truth. Either the man was broke or that's what he was thinking. Now, I do know in Atlanta what's happening. And maybe she hasn't figured out. Women are approaching guys in Atlanta. So that man probably has been approached. I can tell she doesn't realize what's happening. Men aren't jumping through hoops to ladies like that anymore. It doesn't make sense. Especially in Atlanta where the women are plenty. What you won't do, the next girl will do. And men know that now. Things have changed, ladies. Time to wake up.
Back from a date that was going extremely well. Everything was perfect. Everything was cool. And for the end of the day,
right? You are in the land of plenty, and men have fully woken. They've arisen. It's like men have been a bunch of Count Draculas. Seriously, sleep in caves. They got that shot, sort of like a COVID-19 shot. Snapped out of it. And women are in dire straits. That's what's happening. Guys aren't thinking, oh, let me trick this money out of her. See her smile. Right? And what's going on nowadays? You have a bunch of ladies out there shaming guys. Saying, oh, he took me to Applebee's. He took me there. He took me here. He took me there. So now you must pay like you weigh. I'm not saying you're one of those ladies. I don't think you're on the internet talking like that. I haven't dug into the TikTok account. I haven't did a crime scene investigation. I'm sure if I do one, I'll find something. And seriously, let's move on. I'm not gonna do that. Let's move on.
There are so many men out here who would love to have a woman and receive her love and give it in return. The issue is that so many men have been done wrong by women in the past. They just cannot stand the thought of feeling that type of hurt and pain again. What women have to understand is that men experience pain differently than a woman. Now, it's not to disregard anything that a woman has gone through, but it is to say that men already be on the fence of letting a woman get in and get too close, and when they finally let her in and she do him wrong, it makes him feel stupid. Like, dang, I never let a woman get this close to me. How did I let this happen? A lot of women have turned some good guys into men that just don't care anymore.
Real talk.
To the fellas, I want you to know that it's okay to let go. 'Cause you never know, you can meet the love of your life.
You just gave Ben advice. And said Ben said, you know, but what happens is it's going too far. The day and age we're in, look at this. And what's still happening? What you did was good. You're saying, oh, okay, Ben, some of us out there are good. But then you have two ladies that just got online. And these are very recent videos saying, Ben, give me everything. I want it all. Ladies are still talking like they didn't get the memo. And I see it, like I see all day on social media, people saying, oh, men are saying this,
totally,
Growing up alone.
I totally agree with what he's saying. These women, man, and they bragging about it, make it so bad. Man, this is that they just have no. Some of these women have no idea how bad they look doing that. And then when you meet the man that can be a possibly a future husband, they're hearing all this mess. And he got it together.
I have noticed that's been on my mind is I live in Dallas. It might be different in other cities, but just what I've noticed going out in the past year is men do not buy drinks for women out there. Like, and it might be different for other girls. Maybe I'm not that girl, but in the years I've been going out, I've only ever had one man offer my me a drink. Ever. And it's like, y'all can make conversation with me at the bar, but don't offer my me a drink. Like, what's up, babe?
Salute, salute, salute. Salute. What's happening? So, everybody want to know why the club scene is dead, you know? There's more than a few reasons, but the main reasons are dudes are not buying drinks no more. That's really is. They're not buying the drinks. Club scene is dead because dudes are not spending money on drinks. Listen to this old washed up Keisha explain something. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. And the only reason why she's saying that is because she's washed. Because you're the reason, Keisha, old washed Keisha. She's the reason. Keisha's like her. Where do you think they get it from? It didn't just come out of anywhere. When she was young, that was her. I'm pretty sure those three Keishas she was talking about were Keishas probably at least 20 years younger than her. In the club, just sitting around waiting for somebody to buy him something. That was you.
This is B-Rock now.
Wow. I'm gonna go into the next video. Oh boy, there's a certain demographic of women that got this mindset.
Hey, call me. See, today I'm reacting to a video titled 37 Pretty Still in the Club and Thinks She's the Prize. Let's get right into it.
And when I give you my number at the club, don't text me in 2 hours talking about what you about to do after this. I'm going home. I'm 37 years old. Don't call me. Wait a few business days.
What? Are can't read the room. Ain't nobody out here looking for somebody like you, baby girl. At least you're not a pig in a wig, but god damn, you in the wrong place. Anyway, I found this video. I thought it was pretty interesting. Take a look.
I hate to be that girl, but like after a certain amount of time, if you have not bought me something, I'm gonna dip. Like it 1000% is a deal breaker for me, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I love generous men. Like I enjoy spending my time with men that enjoy doing things for me or like nice things. Like I've been very lucky and have dated some really generous men, and I feel like for that reason, I just would never be able to not date one. Like we will not fucking last at all if he's not generous. I don't know. I hate to be that girl, but
It's so funny. They keep saying, I like generous men. We like generous women too. We like generous women. You know what we call a generous woman? A hoe. She's very generous. She's giving everybody something. You know what we call generous men? They got a name. They're called Sims. And all these women are trying to turn everybody into Sims. Every girl trying to turn everybody into Sims. It's not gonna work. Let the Sims be the Sims and the pimps be the pimps. It's the way it is. Okay? Now, I found another girl over here. She found herself a Sim. A Turkish dude. A Turkish dude, okay? This is a BBW who went on a date with a Turkish dude and she's trying to floss. Take a look.
when I tell my black girls to date outside their race, this is what I'm talking about. This is our first date. He took me out to dinner, and now he's taking me shopping. All black girls deserve to be spoiled. And guess what, ladies? I'm still celibate.
Now, I don't know what's wrong with this dude. Clearly, he doesn't get none. Clearly. I mean, he has a double chin. He's out of shape. You know what I'm saying? He's not competitive. He probably has ED. But this girl is flaunting like she's so deserving of a Sim. Oh my god, I'm so deserving of a man with money. This is not an alpha dude. This is not an NFL player. This is not an NBA player. This is not a rapper. But she's trying to flaunt to you that she got somebody so desirable. Baby girl, most women don't want him. They don't care about his money. But you're so goofy. You're such a BBW pig with a wig. Of course you're going to celebrate this kind of guy. Okay? Now, she's acting like she's above all. Okay? Clearly you can see she's hiding her body. But I found a pic of her body. And I found another video of her doing this. Now look. She says in the comment, I would never have imagined my fifth career would be working with unks in construction. Working with unks in construction. You are a construction worker. And you acting like I'm all this and I want a man that's generous and all day outside your reeds or a white man won't do it. He won't do it for a goofy like you. He won't do it for a BBW like you. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody prefer a big girl as the first preference. She's the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth choice at best. And that's only if they don't have any other alternative. That's a last resort. Okay? Last resort. Anyway, shout out to my homegirl Rasa Gyal. Okay, Queen Diamond. If you haven't seen our interview just yet, check it out. It's still up there live. She has some interesting words to say. Take a look.
I wish black women would stop using buzzwords that they don't know the definition related to. Y'all quick to say that a man is narcissistic. But the biggest narcissist in the world is a fuck-ass woman. Do y'all want the term and definition of narcissist? Narcissist is a person who has excessive interest in or admiration of themselves.
They just keep revealing themselves. They just keep revealing who they are. And boy, and men keep getting the material and showing how these women really think. And they keep exposing who they really are. And then, what about the men, whether they're black men, white men, Turkish men, or whatever men? They hear you saying this stuff. Oh my. They have to pop on YouTube. Recognize your face. Oh my goodness. They just don't get it.
Facts, but you can't sound and talk like this and get no cane, just street niggas. I like street niggas. Don't get me wrong to think that I can't get a king. Y'all kings is unattractive. Y'all niggas ugly.
What up, this is Solo Traveler or RD back again with another video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, hit that bell while you are here. So with this review, we're going to go over a few videos
well, that gonna leave me unhappy. I'm gonna be unhappy. I'm gonna be happy as shit with the money that I make.
Stay away from this type of woman.
Yes.
Don't want this. But that guy is even comment.
Yes.
Talking about, she would never get a good guy. Yeah,
No shit.
That are for guys who would not
No.
bring themselves to settle for this type of trash that's out here in the streets. No man wants this.
No.
Why would you want to be a part of this drama that she will play? It ain't worth it. You pay yourself to women who they know you ain't got no money. Look at this. This is what they think of every black man.
Ooh. You broke up pretty bad. But the women keep revealing themselves, and notice she didn't want no ugly king. She wants some street ninjas. She kept on saying ninjas the whole time. So guess what? Gravitate to her, street ninjas. I mean, that's what they identify with what she said. That whole girl keeping it real, you know. So that's what they gravitate to and have kids with. What street ninjas? Not decent kings, not black men, because she said black kings are ugly. Okay.
The quickest way to turn me off and give me the ick for real.
Yes, this because the female loneliness epidemic is getting worse in 2025. Let's break down why.
The quickest way to turn me off and give me the ick for real is to not respect my time or feel like I'm always supposed to be on your time. Like, catching the attitude because I'm not available to see you every time you want to see me is crazy.
just was like flapping, looking at me like, I was wondering if you're gonna be fishing here again next week. Like,
Shout out to her channel.
the prescription medicine used to treat adults with prostate cancer that is.
But anyway, I'm gonna leave it right there. I don't want to go too long with this video. Yeah, so the women pretty much keep revealing who they really are. I mean, in today's world, in today's society, why you think that men are getting their passport, some who are able to go overseas, and some who are about to get their passport, and just cut ranks with this place because of the mindset that they're going to. And it's going to be a segment, like I mentioned years ago, that I saw this coming back in 2016 when brothers started going down to Brazil. I'm like, and then when Al Greaves did that video where they was, how American black men were just American men, but it's mainly showing black men that were interviewing that they were just tired of the nonsense of, and he was an older gentleman that was retired, and they were doing good. They were, they had good jobs when they were back in their cities and states, and they was able to maintain a living down there. And there's men down there, they ain't never come back to America. That is done. They done. And the one brother was saying how a woman, she does something out of her heart, like, she go get his drink, and, before she sit down, she'll take off strap, and for him, before she sit down and drink. And it was just that she did that out of love, not because, he's over her or anything like that, but he was explaining it's the way some women are raised up in the custom. And some women probably saw that video and got really offended and everything. Like, I wouldn't do something like that for him. But a lot of women, guys, they don't know how to love, man. They don't know how to. It takes a certain type of woman that know how to do things without getting her ego and her pride into it. When someone do something like what you would do for anybody, your relative, your pet, or anybody, you do something because you love them. And that's what is lacking these days. That's basically what it is. That's why these kind of women are losing. And they just don't, it's not about making it as a we, it's all about me, and look at what I look like, look how I look. And they turn their own beauty and their own, they use social media and the mindset of other women and the songs that they sung back in the 90s. I'm Mr. Independent, but them same female singers that sung those songs, have you noticed that only maybe Beyonce have a husband? But look what happened to TLC. I mean, unfortunately, one of them passed away, but look, do they have husbands? But I remember they was one of the groups of women that made songs like that back then. And these women got on a power trip. Some of these women got on a serious power trip, and I think it evolved over that feminist, that Jezebel feminist spirit go over, and it's hitting certain. I mean, it hit some Caucasian women, but it really hit black women, like, and some of these other women, like, damn, like, you just can't say nothing. They just think that they all that, and it's to the point that they try to demasculate a man. And why should a man have to be demasculated? Just like the woman was saying, men are getting tired of being demasculated. And if a man comes short in an area of his life, or where he's falling short at, maybe God can use advice of other men, and God himself can change a man. You can't change a man. You insulting a man is not going to make a man get any better. This is wrong with some of our Western women, and majority, sometimes with black women, some with black women. White women do it too. But it's like you trying to beat like you don't advise, you know, you try to tell, and it turns into like you tell me like I'm like your nephew or your son. That's the insult. This is what it comes down to. And the reason why some men walk away, we get tired. Well, I can't understand why you walked away, because you belittle him, you disrespected him. You don't value him as a man, and then you put him down as a man and his friends or other people. That really pissed me off too. And I was the kind of guy, I was very passionate, and women tried to do this to me too in the past. But you know what I did? I grabbed my kahungis and I left. Because even though I have a nice face, but I let them know, you're not going to disrespect me. I don't care how cute you are. You're just another woman. But I kept on I'm trying to love you and respect you as a female, what God has presented in front of me. And you're trying to find some way to disrespect me and go against me and test my manhood. And that's totally out of whack. If I got to go through all that just to beat your man, that's all right. I'll wait for the right kind of woman, or I just stay single and I've been to myself over a decade now, because it's like some of these women they don't understand. You have to respect the person. It's like even a certain demographic, men should love and cherish a woman and understand where she comes from, but a woman needs to love and really be appreciative of the men that they got. Even if he comes short, God can make him be a man and put the right men to mentor him to get him where he was. Sometimes some men maybe come short in areas of life that they not. And when you get to it don't matter how old you get. When a man can be going down the wrong course, but when God opened up his eyes, he start doing right and start changing his old selfish way. Maybe it was kind of lacking immaturity, but you gotta give things time. And it can happen with the woman too. But if you have the ability, you got this condescending, he gotta be, there's no perfect man. And even if you make the man with everything, he's gonna do something. He might be controlling, he might be manipulative, he might be abusive. And they don't take that account that, well, I respect his his assertiveness. Now he's way to assertiveness, to the point that I heard this one, like my one friend was telling me about this one woman that he worked with, that the man was saying, no, you're going to move into my house. She have her own place. No, he started being demanding. And she was that type of woman like, no, and she had to cut it off. It's a certain line. It wasn't in a way, it was being over aggressive. And so some women, and then you don't want to get with the woman that make you get so mad that she really tests your manhood and something leads to you putting your hands on her. And then cops call and all this stuff like that. No. If that particular type of women don't understand that, leave her. Have your peace. That's what it comes down to. And that's what a lot of men doing. Men are waking up. That's what it comes. And it's doing a shaking. And I think it's a move of God doing this. And these women being shook to find out what it is. That if you don't get yourself right, you're going to be just like the women in the Bible. You be the four words women with no, where's your lamps? Where's your light? Why the four of the women got their light? They have, the light could be the right light what's in them. Where's your light at? You've been listening to this world telling you what to dictate what it is. And these same miserable women have caused other miserable women to lose what's potential that could make you, happy and bring you some joy. And then when you have somebody, they can be your helpmate. That's why God brought two people together, a man and a woman together. There may be insights as a woman that you can see that I might need you to see. And as a man, I can see things that He'll give me to give you to see, not only just provide and protect, but also to get insight. if women would understand this concept, they would be going from this to this and this and this. From man to man to man, trying to find it and trying to make a thug out of a man. When God's already reformed the thug-minded man. It takes God to change him, ladies. You can't change him. You can't take credit for it. If a man's changing, he got some, silly boyish ways. It takes a man to change. It takes God to change a man, not you. Wherever he came out short in his life, just like it could be the same way with the woman. Why can't women understand this in the West? Why can't some white women and some black women understand this stuff? And that's why they keep bouncing from one relationship after another relationship. That's why. That's why you see some go for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 marriages. Something isn't adding up. Because it's not the proper way of marriage where you want your spouse to leave this world. That's the way it should be. Or it was a situation where it got very, very aggressively abusive or something like that. Then I can see you leaving a relationship. But people don't believe it. That's the only 2 reasons why you should leave a relationship. But other than that, that's why some people, but when you hear some of the cases why some women leave men, don't want to be bothered with men, why men are being single, which means no other people being to produce. So other future generations not coming to the women, because until the women get up in the proper leadership under the father through his son, he would send the right man. But if you be this rebellious, stubborn, relentless, I ain't gonna do something, it ain't gonna happen. And this is what's happening today in our world. People people don't want to be responsible. And then it's like, for a man, it's harder to find a woman that had that love that God put into her, that nurturing, that don't make her less of a man. Yeah, every woman went through some trial and tribulation, but he healed her, and then she go on and she meet her and give her best to another man. Because just, some of us, and it could be the same way with some men. But the reason why some of these they think that you gotta manipulate, control and do all these different devices, and all you're doing is making it seem you're breaking up broken homes, broken relationships, and you're back to square one. Think about it. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hope you like the video, like and subscribe. Till next time, be blessed. And guys, good luck in your relationship and with these women. But good luck on your trip. It's here. If she's here, God bless you. But you don't, you get your passport to go. Take care, be blessed.